Hello everybody and welcome again to Timwe Presents, and once again we're going to take a look at a puzzle in the KTANE Puzzle Plethora. Today's puzzle is called Endless Berating, and I have not looked at the puzzle at all yet. I'm going in completely blind. As always, we have the solution code that I received from the author, which I can use in my check answer tool, which I forgot to prepare, so be right back. And here we are back again. I have my check answer tool ready, and obviously the answer is still not chicken. So here today to help me with this puzzle is my good friend Goofy.
Hello, everybody.
Alright, we're gonna take a quick look at the puzzle right now. Alright, endless berating. Soled seclum in favilla. That looks like kind of Latin. I think there is a U missing in seculum. But also I was going to say that it reminds me of the Great Berate, and I don't know anything about the Great Berate. Maybe this refers to some achievement of the Great Berate in case of some kind of bomb. But let's take a look. First of all, this is obviously who's on first in German. This T8Z, what module does that look like? Each of these look like they could be a module. And then there are some question mark. Right, each of them has a question mark in some place, except for this one.
Well, for the third one, I would think it looks like Playfair Cipher, maybe.
Playfair cipher has buttons A, B, C, D. Are you thinking of another cipher? Caesar cipher. It could be Caesar cipher. The Caesar cipher has 5 letters and a keypad.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Well, let's see what Google Translate has to say about this. Let's translate that from Latin. Earth in ashes. In ashes. Okay. It will dissolve. Earth will dissolve into ashes or something. Right. The translation is not always super accurate, which is why I have it sort of. I look at individual words, and so apparently it does recognize this as Earth without the extra U in it. So. I get there. Seculum with a U does exist, but seculum without a U also exists. This is the kind of thing that you get with a language that has evolved over a long period of time, so I'm guessing that the one with a U is like classical Latin and the other one is vulgar Latin or whatever, I don't know. So anyway, so the earth will dissolve in ashes or into ashes or something like that. What could that refer to? Okay, so.
Could the fourth one be adjacent letters?
Yes, it could be, but then how would we know where to, how to fill in the question marks? So let's see, we have German who's on first, or rather who's on first German. Then we have, we don't know that, and then maybe Caesar cipher. And then maybe adjacent letters. Now this one has logical symbols on. Oh, I see. Oh, this is logic. Except without the parentheses, but you see, this would be a letter, and then this would be implied by, not X-ray. This seems like a representation of a valid puzzle on the logic module. This one here could be alphabet. And that one could probably also be alphabet. But I don't know. So given the title, I very much suspect that we're supposed to look at a bomb that the Great Berate solved or attempted at some point, which may or may not have endless in the name or infinite. Oh, infinite bombs in factory mode, maybe. Let's go to the YouTube channel for the Great Berate, right here, and see what the search feature tells us. If we go to videos and then search, search for endless, search for infinite. Okay, probably should include KTANE. No, maybe keep talking and nobody explodes. Nothing.
Keep the infinite out of it for now, so you can see every KTANE video.
I suppose, but I expected that to be a
endless.
lot.
Endless or endurance, and there was an endless. Go up a little bit. No, it was endurance.
Yeah, endurance. Endurance challenge. I mean, endurance is what we call infinite mode. So it could be referring to any of these endurance things. But the fact that there are multiple. Oh, look at that. Anagrams or word scramble. Could any of these be... Nope, none of these can be anagram or word scramble. I'm still really... Like, this feels familiar. And I still don't know what it is. And it's going to be really hard to find using Google or anything.
Maybe the Latin hint is the Latin flavor text is a hint that it is an old video because Latin is an old language.
That's a very good point. This one here is from 1 year ago. There is so much.
Which one would be the first endurance
Right.
thing that it?
Good idea. Let's search for Keep Talking Nobody Explodes Endurance and see which one's the... Okay, so this one's 2 years ago. This one is 2 years... but that's the Centurion. That's not Endurance. That one's 1 year ago. It's really annoying that YouTube doesn't allow me to, sort the search results by date or something. That would be really useful right now.
It doesn't?
Yeah, no, it lets me search the entire list of videos. Like, I can sort this. But as soon as I do the search, that no longer applies. Right, see,
Do a date edit. Okay. Do a date edit oldest and then...
Yeah, it was...
Let's see if it appears.
Okay, well, it was already set to newest, and yet the search results weren't. But okay, let's try that. So this...
Oh, see, the very first thing is an endurance challenge 100% modded.
Okay. So you're saying we should try that because it's the oldest. Indeed. These are the only ones that are marked as 2 years ago. Everything else is 1 year ago. Which means that this must be the oldest endurance challenge then.
Yes.
Alright. It's a 3-hour video. How are we supposed to find the right thing in here? That is a lot of video material to go through. And none of these modules look like the things in the puzzle.
So we can skip that form.
Right, fair point. It's gonna be
but we haven't seen the backside yet. Or is there only a front side?
This is the backside. It has a German password, but not a German who's on first. Right, this seems to be the next bomb. Which also doesn't have any of the modules we're looking for. Here's the other side. And that's also none of the modules that we're looking for. Let's see. This is where the next bomb starts. That seems to have a German who's on first on it.
Yes. And this also says zone. And we have a zone in...
yeah, but not in the display. This shows only the buttons, not the display.
Okay.
Which surprises me. So maybe this isn't actually... Like, is there another module that uses the translated who's on first names? I can't think of one.
Not who's on first also uses them occasionally.
The translated ones?
No, the not who's on first.
Yeah, does not who's on first use the translated words?
I think some of them can appear, but I'm not entirely sure.
Right, let's find this. Right, that should be not who's on first HTML. Yeah, that seems to be all in English to me.
Okay.
I mean, we've played this on the Module Showcase stream, so I don't remember there being any mention of translated words. Okay, so this bomb seems to have that, but not in this exact arrangement, and none of the other modules.
Oh, but maybe it could be on another stage that arrangement appears.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see where this module is being tackled. Let's just move forward a little. Still not being tackled. Still not being tackled. Alright, let's move forward a bit faster. Here he is tackling modules on the other side of the bomb. Oh, this is already a different bomb. Aha, this is where he's tackling the module. So let's go back to the second stage, because right now he's in the third stage. There we go. It has where it has Sohn with an H but not with an apostrophe, so it's not that. And this one also doesn't have nichts in the top left, so it's not that either. And
Yes.
then after the third stage, of course, it just solves.
Yes.
Alright, so the next bomb has Simon Screams on it, and this is going to take a while to go through the entire 3-hour video. I'm no longer convinced that this is it. Honestly, if it was one of the bombs in this particular endurance run, then something in this puzzle should hint at a time index. Wait a second, it said the Earth, something in ashes, crumbles or something, dissolves.
Earth in ashes. Yes, Earth dissolves to
Earth,
ashes.
Earth and ash are both things that come up in the creation module, right? You have ash, which is never used, but... and also Ash the Bash. Let's close the not who's on first. So maybe something with Ash the Bash. Oh.
I would another hint on the time.
I have a suspicion. I don't think it's endurance mode, and I don't think it's the Great Berate. I think it's the first Centurion attempt by Ash the Bash. Oh no, no, it can't, because that one had the translated module set to Esperanto instead of German.
My idea about indexing, about figuring out, would be that since they are from top to bottom, that maybe this one appears first and this one appears last.
So do you want to keep looking through this video to see if we can find that German who's on first with that exact configuration of words?
I would say, as long as we're not convinced that it isn't in this video, there is still a possibility that it can be.
Sure, but honestly, if it's somewhere in the middle of this video, and we're already somewhere in the middle of this video, then I find the puzzle to be, I would improve the puzzle by adding a time index, because it was already a bit of a stretch, to be honest, to to look at the oldest Great Berate endurance run just because Latin is an old language. It's a clever idea, but it doesn't seem likely that that is what the authors of the puzzle intended. Alright, so there's clearly no who's on first German on this one.
But I think it's fitting. It could be coincidence, but I think it's fitting that the very oldest video on the Great Berate channel is an endurance challenge.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Wait a second, could any of these be 2 bits? No, because 2 bits always has B, C, D, E, G in that order, so no, it couldn't be that. And that is still the same bomb. I'm still scrolling. This is the next bomb. No, it's still the same bomb. It's just the other side of the same bomb, and that still doesn't have who's on first. Okay, let's go to the end of this bomb. Is this the next bomb? It would have been nice if the... I was going to say it would have been nice if the bomb casing changes color. And as I say that, I realize that it does. See, the previous one... right, that's... Here, see, this one is gold.
One was yellow.
Yeah.
Or gold, yes.
And this one is bluish. Right, but then I think this one here is a new bomb, and it's just a darker shade of blue. So let's see, this one has only connect on it, but I still don't see any who's on first German. So I don't think it's any of these. Also, given that the time, you see that the red light is flashing up, so the timer must be under 1 minute, and yet we're only halfway through the video, so that's quite an impressive comeback for them to have managed. Alright, so this bomb has a lot of modules on it, but no German who's on first. So you really want me to go through the rest of the entire video, right? Okay, this one, still no German who's on first. Now that I think about it, we did have a German who's on first, and it just didn't have these exact words on it. Whew, Jesus. Maybe we need to look not so much at the YouTube channel of the Great Berate, but the Discord server. Maybe this is referencing a message or a video or a clip that was posted there. Is that still the same bomb? Yeah, that's still... Oh, there's the next bomb. This one has a polyhedral maze on it and a seashells, but still no who's on first in German that I can see. Here's the other side of the bomb. It has a refill that beer. Okay, so the next bomb after that. Why is there sometimes this sort of... You see how sometimes the entire screen is white? Did you see that?
Yes.
Oh, I think it's just because it's loading the thumbnail, and then once it's loaded, it doesn't happen again. Right, so I think this might be the next bomb. There's something in German, but it's not who's on first. And here's another bomb. Yeah, I'm losing my faith in this theory, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
Okay, so if anything, I think it might be the last bomb. After all, that's the one where, you know, the Earth blows into ashes because it's the last bomb and they blow up. But it turns out...
Could the second thing...
The second thing?
Puzzle, could the second thing be... Yes! I think it is a serial number.
It's a serial number. Oh, that is very good.
Because it has digits in third and sixth and letters in fourth and fifth.
That is amazing. You are absolutely right. In that case, I am tempted to use a resource.
Analyzer.
Yeah, yes. To use a resource that is available to me and not many others, which is that I can log into the server literally and search all of the log files on the server for a serial number that matches this pattern. Let's see if we can find the serial number that way. Right, let's open Notepad on the server. Let's go. Find this, and now that is going to be anything. And we want regular expressions, match case. We want to find all of the txt files in, it should be in the KTANE log files. Now, this will take a while, because, you know, there are like hundreds of thousands of log files.
Yes.
But if we can find the serial number this way, that would be just absolutely... I feel like a cheater, honestly, because...
No, you're using the resources available to you.
To me, yeah, exactly. I'm not using resources that are publicly available. I mean, okay, I suppose technically, right, anyone can go to this address here and just download the entire folder. But you can see that even listing the files takes quite a while, because there are just so freaking many. This is going to take a long, long time. So while this is going on, I strongly suggest that we that we try and think about the rest of the puzzle, like think about alternative theories. If the Great Berate has an endurance video where they display the edgework on the top of the screen, it might be easier or faster to find the right video. But as far as I can tell, they don't... See, this one has the HUD, but still not the edgework on the top of the screen. You know, maybe... I appreciate your theory about the Latin, but let's take a look at the newest endurance runs and see if any of those have the edgework on the top of the screen. It is so annoying. Lessons learned. Degrees of separation. Yeah, it could be any of these, right? Let's search for endurance again. Okay. Yeah, it seems that they never play with edgework displayed on the top of the screen, which means that this would be quite a lot of searching to find a single bomb with that exact serial number, given that every video is like 3 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours. You know, I'd be here all day if I wanted to watch the entire video, like all of the videos. Let's see how far it has got. Okay, it's got 1/16 of the files searched. And it will not tell us if it finds one
Until you press cancel or
until
it's
I
done.
press cancel or it finishes. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to press cancel when the first digit changes to 2, and then we can, progressively search the rest of the files by changing the filter to 3star.txt, etc. All right, let's
Yes.
do that. In the meantime, is this the one? Yeah, this is indeed the one that we were looking at, right?
Yes.
Given that this comes up as the first result both in this search and in the theory that it's the oldest one, it kind of
It's
suggests
hardly suggesting it. Yes, it is.
it's very strongly suggesting that, yes. Um, this is so. All right, recording's on. I don't know if you heard that. Okay, let's just find the place in the first bomb where the player reads the edge work. Let's see if bomb is. Oop, there was the serial number. Let's see if we can get the serial number here. There we go. 7G. What was it? No, it starts with T and ends with 9. But it is close. Right. Okay. So it's definitely not this
by the
bomb.
way,
Yeah.
could one of the two alphabets that we are assuming is alphabet could actually be LED encryption? I think it's called.
Right. It could be that. Yes. Encryption. Encryption. Right. Both of them could be either of those. Okay. So I'm going to press cancel when this reaches. There we go. Stop. Unfortunately, we haven't found it. That is a shame. So let's search the 2s. Oh yeah, I was gonna go to the start of the last bomb and take a look at where the edge work is being read out, and that would be right here.
Or we can see it.
Right, let's go. There we go. That's not the serial number we're looking for either. Now it just occurred to me that since this video is over 2 years old, there is a good chance that the log file might not be on the server anymore.
That is true.
And there is also a good chance that they actually never uploaded it to the server.
That is also true.
Yeah. So one part of me is kind of glad that this cheaty resource I'm using here is not actually helping us. Okay, so how about this? Let's look at each of the endurance runs on the Great Berate and look at just the first bomb.
Okay.
Right, so we open this, we open this, we open this, this. Actually, let's look at the first and last bomb. This one is not an endurance run, I don't think. Oh, it does say endurance in the description, so. Wow, that is so many endurance runs. Look at how many they've done. And another endurance mode. So it just occurred to me that, maybe... Did I ever just Google for this phrase? I was just thinking that maybe one of their... it's an Urban Dictionary entry. It's a line of a stanza of a Latin hymn called The Day of Wrath. The Day of Wrath. Could that be the name of a mission? Let's
I don't remember any mission sounding like this.
Great. Let's just see what happens if I search their videos for the word wrath.
It could also be either the Centurion or the Praetorian, because Praetorian, prehistoric, and so, I don't know.
Right. All the world into ashes turning. I mean, this is all very fascinating. But what I really wanted to do is see if I can find that exact phrase. Well, actually, let's not use the double quote. Okay, it's definitely not going to be in any manual, I don't think. But I was thinking that maybe it could be in YouTube. Sorry, I was gonna say Great Berate, so I guess. Unfortunately, God damn it, the video URLs don't contain the name of the channel, so I can't use Google to search just the channel. But I guess what I can do is I can search the channel for one of those words. So here I can search for example, ceaseless, and that doesn't find anything. Alright, so let's take a look at the edge work for the first bomb in each of these videos, okay? Let's fast forward to where the first bomb starts. Oh, that's... What, so he starts out with battleship before reading out edge work. Oh, I see, this is literally just a battleship bomb and he's just soloing it. Okay, and this is where the actual first bomb starts. Let's take a look at the... There we go, there's the serial number and it does not start with a T, so it's not this one. Alright, let's try this one. There's quite a lot of talk before the first bomb, do you see that? This is where it starts, 9 minutes into the video. We can see...
Just
Yeah?
out of curiosity,
Yeah?
I think it is publicly available what modules are on the missions, for example, Centurion, Praetorian. So we can see if the Centurion or the Praetorian or whatever mission has these modules that we
Yeah,
are looking for.
I can guarantee that all of these are on the Centurion. Even LED
How about-
encryption.
How about we look in into a Centurion? Because the Centurion is a relatively long video where the serial number. Let's see if we can find a Centurion video where the serial number matches up.
Okay, so you want me to search for Centurion?
Yes.
Okay.
Like
Let's try
one.
this one. Okay. Yes! 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 Okay. So the word endless in the title is a little bit of a red herring, but yes, the serial number here is Tango Hotel 8 Zulu Kilo 9. Absolutely.
So it is an H.
So that is
Nice.
definitely an H. Okay, so let's indent this and put an H here. This is the serial number. And now we need to find each of the individual modules. So I want to sort of... Okay, so this is where the lights first turn on. Bang. Do you see Caesar cipher?
Yes, I see.
I see it, but we
left
can...
to the side of gamekeeper.
Yeah, but we can't read what's on it. Wait, hang on, maybe I can change the quality setting. Aha, why is it on lower quality than it could be? That is a bit annoying. Let me full screen this. I still can't read that. I would need to wait for the player to zoom into this. So I guess let's just step through it. And each time that he sort of focuses on a module, stop me if I go past it. But you know,
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can find the places where he zooms into the modules that we actually need. So here is a letter keys. That one has a number on top, so that's probably not what we're looking for. You know, I suspect that some of the modules, like alphabet, he might click through that module quickly enough that if I skip in increments of 5 seconds, no, that's not Caesar cipher, then I might miss it.
Oh
You know
no,
what I'm
it
saying?
isn't. Yes. No, this is third base, not Germans who's on first.
There is a password.
Oh, there is logic. There was logic.
You found
Go back.
logic? I'm going
Yes.
back. I don't see it. I'm going back a bit more.
I think you went back too far. The sad thing is that TeamViewer is a little bit choppy.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Aha. We have... that was so close. A view of the Caesar cipher. Come on. Give me that. Do you see that? Do you see that? It's almost readable.
No, it's at least
Okay, let's see what it says here. It says AZLXO. That is indeed, yeah, I can match that. So the actual thing that we're looking for is the bottom right key, which is an echo.
it's an echo. Yes.
So we have that. Okay, adjacent letters. Let's see if, well, any of the other modules. Let's see if we can find them. So once, there is the LED encryption and the alphabet. Right, so the alphabet has ZN and then YL, so we're looking for YL. I can already imagine that this might be a chemical substance ending in YL, and that one is a Bravo. So this one is actually LED encryption. So we have HE and then BYL. Let's just neutramatic that and see what that gives us. Oh, Chernobyl. No.
Chernobyl. No,
Chernobyl.
it could be
Right,
Chernobyl,
let's try Chernobyl. And it is Chernobyl.
Hey.
Whew, okay, so my feedback then would be that the word endless is a red herring because we were stuck on the idea that it refers to infinite bomb mode in factory mode, and therefore we were looking through endurance runs. But
Yes, and it is really fitting that the endurance bomb, the oldest one, appears in the top of the list.
well, but on the other hand, I do appreciate that the Centurion obviously is named after a soldier in the Roman army, so including Latin in the flavor text made sense. And and if you know enough about KTANE and KTANE lore, you can tell that all of these modules are on the Centurion, which in fact I did actually realize. I just didn't say that because I was drawn to the word endless first, and so my mind was already stuck on endurance runs. Anyway, so thank you very much for helping me with this puzzle there, Goofy.
Yeah,
And-
very welcome. It was nice.
And I thank you all for watching, and once again we've solved a puzzle from the KTANE Puzzle Plethora. Thank you all for watching, and see you again next time here at Timway Presents.